Look, I swear to you, what I saw that night in Barranco was not human. It was a beast, a creature starving for blood. Back in the early 1990s, I worked at Channel 13 in Lima, Peru. I vaguely remember a string of murders that had shaken the beaches of Barranco district. That's when I started visiting the area, every Sunday night, for 4 weeks straight. I'd walk from the Bridge of Sighs all the way to the church overlooking the cliff. There was a legend. A whisper passed from mouth to mouth about a vampire woman, a witch. Everyone described her the same way, around 25 or 26 years old, always dressed in black with long, straight black hair. She wandered near the church, the parish, and along Paso Street. Then came the fourth Sunday, a night I will never forget. It was around 2:15 a.m. I was walking the same path again, pacing slowly, when I saw a couple sitting on the edge of the sidewalk. Young lovers, or so I thought. The woman, she matched the legend perfectly. Slim, black turtleneck, black pants, long, jet black hair, just as they'd described. But I didn't think much of it. I mean, who expects a vampire to be chatting with a boyfriend? I glanced at them, just for a second, and she locked eyes with me. Her gaze was pitch black, not dark, black, like staring into a void. I kept walking toward the viewpoint, trying to shake off the chill crawling up my spine. I stayed there for maybe 15-30 minutes. It must have been close to 3 a.m. Then I turned to leave, and that's when it happened. She was behind me, her chin resting on my right shoulder. She was less than a foot away. I stepped back, heart pounding, and saw her face in full. She was hideous, wrinkled skin, white makeup like a porcelain mask, cracked all over. Her lips parted, revealing teeth covered in moss. And then she spoke. Her voice was guttural, hollow. "Do you know what time it is?" I couldn't move. She leaned closer. "It's the hour of the dead." I don't know where I found the strength, but I shoved her aside and ran. I sprinted past the parish, across the Bridge of Sighs, turned right, and kept running. Behind me, I heard screeches. Not human, not animal. Something else. Something chasing me. I reached the massive staircase that leads to Barranco Park. Wide steps. Endless. At the top, 3 children, maybe 5 or 6 years old, were sitting. When they saw me, they stood up, terrified. I kept running. Halfway up the stairs, the screeches stopped. I froze. The kids stared at me, eyes wide with fear. I turned around. Nothing. Then one of them said, "There was a woman behind you." "No," said another. "It was an animal." "No," the third whispered. "It was something floating." I asked them, "What did you see?" They looked at each other, trembling. "It looked like a woman," one said, "but she was floating. Her long black hair was flying in the air, and she had claws, long nails. She was trying to grab your neck." That explained the screeches behind me. I reached the channel around 4 a.m. As dawn broke, a team of reporters came in from the night shift. "Boss," one of them said, "you won't believe what we found." Another body in Barranco. They popped the cassette into the BTR. The footage showed the beach. A corpse. They flipped him over. It was the same young man I'd seen talking to that woman at 2:15 a.m. by the church. His neck, sliced from ear to ear, but not with a blade. It looked like someone had used a butcher's hook, ripped through his throat like meat. Look, I'm telling you again, what I saw that night in Barranco was not human. It was a blood-hungry beast. What was it? No one knows. But the story is 100% real.